Hi, my name's Dr. Ari Cohn. I'm a chiropractor in Princeton. I'm making this video because we are all stuck at home right now and I want to give some of my patients things to do on their own. A lot of times people do come into the office with tight low backs, and especially with people sitting on the couches doing work on laptops, I'm guessing there's going to be a lot more of that. And for people who can't come in, this is a good thing to do on your own. So when your low back is tight, one of the things you can do to help that is you can stretch your hamstrings and strengthen your abs.
I love your abs.
All right, you two. Let's go over here. That's enough.
We're all working from home. So by doing those two things, a lot of times you can get the muscles in the low back to relax. So how muscles work is there's something called reciprocal inhibition. So if one muscle tightens, the opposite one will relax. So if I tighten my bicep, automatically my tricep is... Amazing. So, like I was saying, if I contract my bicep, automatically my tricep relaxes. You can override it and contract both, but if you can tone the abs, automatically, neurologically speaking, the low back will relax. So I'm going to show you a couple different things to do to make that happen, to make your low back a little bit looser while you're doing work at home. So the two things I'm going to show you are, one, an exercise for the abs, two, a stretch for the hamstrings. So why we're focusing on these parts is if your low back is tight, one way to change that is obviously stretching it, but if you can change how the muscle tone is neurologically, you're going to change how the muscle is pulling. So like I was saying earlier, reciprocal inhibition. If the bicep is tight, the tricep relaxes. Those muscles do opposite things. With your abs and your low back, they work antagonistically. So it's based, in this case, on how your pelvis moves. So when your abs contract, your pelvis tucks forward. When your low back contracts, it pulls the pelvis, so it torques backwards. So muscles that pull the pelvis forward, when those have a higher tone, are going to cause the muscles in the lower back to have a lower tone. So the exercise that I'm going to show you is simple crunches. So a lot of people think that crunches aren't good because you're pulling on your head. Don't pull on your head. Basically what I'll have you do, you can put your hands either on your head or on your chest. Just don't crank your head up and it's fine. So all you're doing, you have your legs bent, you're going to be down, come up that much, no more. You're going to feel it just in here. If you're doing full sit-ups, you're actually incorporating a different muscle. You start with the abs, but then the psoas muscle, or the hip flexor, starts to kick in. The way that muscle works, it attaches from the inside of the spine and goes down to the front of the leg. So when that muscle contracts, it lifts your leg up, flexing the hip. If you keep everything stable and you contract that muscle, it pulls the low back forward, which again, twist your hips that way, so it works in conjunction the same way as the low back muscles. My point in telling you all this is, if you understand the movements, you can come up with your own exercises. Anything that's causing these muscles to work more is going to help loosen these muscles. If you start working the hip flexors, these muscles are going to tighten. So to keep things loose, you're going to do a couple sets of crunches. Do it till it starts burning. So when you feel that burning feeling, you can stop. I would do a couple of sets. Depending on your shape, you might do a set of 40, you might do a set of 200. You're not going to hurt yourself doing it. Again, as long as you're not cranking your head up, it's fine. The stretch is, again, for the hamstring, but I'm going to have you do it, it's going to sound strange, incorrectly. The right way to stretch your hamstrings is to keep your low back very straight and hinge at the waist. If you slump forward, you're not really isolating this muscle, you're actually stretching the low back. For this purpose, this is the way I want you to do the stretch. So just kind of grab your foot, grab your ankle, whatever you're able to grab. You should feel it actually stretching here and here. So not a good isolation of the hamstring, but if you're having tightness in the low back, it'll help loosen it up. I would say hold for maybe 3 seconds, 5 seconds, kind of shake out the leg, let it loosen, do it about 3 or 4 times, switch legs. Do that stretch twice a day. I would do the ab exercises, the crunches, maybe 3 or 4 times a week. Again, and you're just going to do a couple of sets. You can do it at the end of the workout. You can do it at the end of the day. It's not going to get you sweaty. You can do it whenever. I hope this helps. I hope everything feels good. And when everyone's back out in the open, you're welcome to come on into the office.